Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Enigma SMP server. As promised in my last episode, we're going to be starting out with a time-lapse of me building the Vineyard, and if you have no idea what I'm talking about, then make sure you check out my last episode. Link is in the top right-hand corner right now. But yeah, I'm going to let you guys enjoy the time-lapse. We went with more of a whitish villa theme, rather than the natural tones like I originally thought I would, but I think it turned out really well, and let me know what you think of it in the comments down below. But I'll get back to you right after this time lapse. There we go. I think this place turned out pretty well, but we are far from done. We still have the kind of courtyard area to do, as well as the entire vineyard area, because right now it's just a house, but without the landscaping, it's really just a house, right? Anyways, let me take a walk around this and show you what we got going on, because in the time-lapse, you only really saw the decoration on the front of the house, but I did also add some overgrown kind of look to the side as well as the back, and we're going to have a path coming out this way. The vineyard's going to expand out this way and out that way, but we're going to work on that a little bit later in the episode. This is going to be a very heavy building episode, I think. We may do some other stuff too, but this is mainly going to be working on our vineyard area, just because that's what I'm feeling today. But I think we're going to start with the courtyard here, so let me grab a few resources. I think we're also going to rip out this red sandstone kind of porch area because it doesn't really fit with our build style anymore now that we've gone with more of the polished look rather than the Tuscan look. But I think we're going to replace this with more of these stone colors like we see in the path leading up to the vineyard, because then it'll transition nicely into the path as well as the courtyard area we're going to make here, because this is the palette we're going to use here. Let's grab a few slabs here too. That way we can make a nice staircase going up here, and I think that is a much better look for the porch of our house. Now let's get started on the courtyard area. Alright, let's tear out some of the grass here. We're going to have the courtyard kind of come around like so. We don't want it to be completely uniform though, so we'll give it kind of these jagged edges. We're also going to have some path blocks going along the side of it like so, but we'll flush that out after we get the stone down, I think. And of course the shulkers are in the way. There we go, let's bring it around this way now to our front porch. Huh, I forgot about the ravine under here. We're gonna have to watch out for that. Alright, let's start out with something kind of like this and start filling it in from here. So let's have more andesite closer to the actual path. That way it's kind of a transition into the other blocks. Then we'll have some more cobblestone, kind of like so. Then we can start adding in some stone brick to kind of give it that more polished look, but also combining it with the other blocks to give it the kind of worn down, overgrown look. And speaking of overgrown, let's get some mossy cobblestone in here too, just to kind of extend the viney look into the path. And then we'll top it off with a few patches of coarse dirt. And maybe some path blocks mixed in too. That'll add a little bit of dimension, I think. Actually, I want it right there. Yeah. There we go. That's kind of the look we're going to go with for the courtyard and path. So I'm going to extend that over this way, add the path blocks going along the side here, and we'll jump back. There we go, we got the foundation for the courtyard down. I just need to decide what I want to do in the middle here. I'm trying to decide if I want to have kind of like a big barrel in the middle here that's holding like wine and stuff like that, or if I want to do a kind of circular fountain. I haven't quite decided on that, so we're going to loop back to that for now. But I do want to kind of dot some details around the courtyard as well. So I've got some barrels and some tripwire hooks. What I want to do in places is just kind of throw some barrels down like so. Maybe throw some there, kind of have them coming out like that. And then we can put tripwire hooks on the front to make it look like those are nozzles. So these are barrels full of wine rather than just barrels. But I want to have some details around the place kind of like that just to, you know, give some character to the area, maybe some flowers around the edge here. That's why I left this little grass strip. And this path here is going to lead off into the vineyard area, which we are going to probably tackle next. But let me get some of the details in around here, and we will go from there. Alright, cool. I've got some of the details down. I did the barrels like I was talking about, and I also did this cool wine barrel design with the nether wart block, or the nether leaf block, whatever you want to call this. But it looks like a bunch of crushed berries in a barrel, which is exactly what I'm going for, since in the vineyard over here, we're actually going to be doing a bunch of sweet berries, because, well, I mean, berries, wine, makes sense. But yeah, that's the area we need to work on next. We need to kind of flatten and tier this area, because this is way too steep to use as a vineyard. So we're going to do that out this way and out the back here, and we'll extend the path going down into that area. And we'll work from there. But we're going to time-lapse that right now, and back in a sec. That was a few hours of placing dirt, but we've got ourselves a nice little vineyard field here. Might have to tweak it a little bit, and there's a bunch more terraforming that I want to do off camera, but this is the main part that we need to get done for the build today. And like I said, the rest of the terraforming I'll do off camera, and then I'll just kind of fill you in next episode on what I did off camera, because I have to finish filming this up today because this video is going out tomorrow. Yep, I procrastinated again. I'm kind of a master at it. But the next thing we need to do is connect this path down to the fields here. And this is a little bit too steep of a drop for my liking, so we're going to kind of even it out a little bit because we want to just do all path blocks down. And we'll continue this retaining wall all the way down as well, just to, you know, give it a smooth transition. And also I think it does add to the look too. So we'll bring it down right here, I think. That needs to go. Cool. So we'll bring the path down like this. And then we'll have it go down to this layer. And then we'll kind of have it go straight out from here, but we'll have it kind of spiral off in random directions as well, because we don't want it to just be a straight path. So we'll add just kind of flare outs in random spots. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a staircase going directly up in this direction over all of the tiers. And I'm going to add that same retaining wall I have there to each of these levels too. And then we can start adding the berry plants and everything in. So I'm going to have to collect a whole bunch of leaves for that. Oh, nice close-up view of my face. Perfect. But yeah, I'm going to collect all the berries, all the leaves, and I'm going to add those retaining walls. And yeah, we'll keep building this vineyard. Oh boy, trouble's here. Yep, that's pretty much what I thought. Yep. That's just yeah. Alright, so we've added the wall around each of the layers and put a little fence around it. I have extended the path up to the very top layer, not just this one, but the one that's only partially around our entire area. And I've gone around and collected a bunch of leaves and gotten a bunch of sweet berries together too, so we can start putting together the actual vineyard part of the vineyard rather than just the house part of the vineyard. You know what I mean. Alright, so I think I'm going to leave this first layer empty for now. We're going to do some cool stuff with it later. We're going to start the actual vineyard on this layer going upwards. Now, do leaves attach to fences? No, they don't. Perfect. We're going to go along the side of the fence like this. Do I want a corner one? No, I think it looks better without. Cool, so we're going to run a row of leaves along the fence like this. Then let's throw a row up against the back retaining wall too. Then in some of the corners, I'm going to add basically a little height by putting little trees down like this. Almost like lifted bushes, but yeah, I think I'm going to do that, but not in all of the corners, just to kind of give it some variety. Maybe we'll have some closer to the middle too. Yeah, I think that'll give it a good look. Alright, cool. This is what we're working with so far. Let's add some sweet berries down now, just kind of in between and all over the place, really, since that is our main thing here for the vineyard. I'll bone meal these ones up because I want to see what the final look will be. Alright, cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 between. Cool. So let's put another row down kind of the middle. It's not going to be the same the entire way down because I didn't make each tier even. But we'll just kind of throw a random strip down the middle, and we'll do the same with the trees and the bushes on either side, and add some path blocks in between too. I'll show you what I mean in a sec here. Good, now let's add in some of those trees. Perfect, now we'll get some more sweet berries going along the side, but not too many because we don't want to obstruct our path through. And then we extend the path down this way. We're going to throw some coarse dirt in here too, but we also want to make sure we leave some grass. That way there's some green left in between here. And then we'll just go through with a little bit of bone meal and get some grass going around the edge too. That way we have a little bit more green. Damn it, I just broke the berry bush. And that is going to be the look of our vineyard. I think that looks pretty cool if I don't say so myself. Hopefully you guys think the same thing because, well, I'm building it that way regardless. So now I've got a little bit of work to do. So time-lapse number 3, or for, I've kind of lost track for this video. Hit it! I poked myself so many times on those stupid sweet berry bushes. I wonder how much damage my armor took. All that damage to my armor is from sweet berry bushes. That is nuts. But we did finish most of them. So I've got all of this side done with the exception of the top half, and I have all of this side done. I kind of forgot to unpause the replay for that section, so I don't have that in the replay. But it is done. I'm going to do this top section off camera because I haven't decided if I'm going to do another line of vines up here or if I'm going to make another structure, kind of have like a storehouse or something up here, because there is more that I want to do with this vineyard, not just the one house. I do want to have multiple buildings. So I've got to decide where I want to have that, and that top layer might be a good place to do it. Then have some more vines past that, maybe. Have it expand further into the forest. But yeah, we have gotten a lot done on this. But we're not done yet. We got to add some more details because we did leave this bottom layer completely empty. And I do kind of have an idea of what I want to put here. So let me get some resources together and we'll build that together because I don't really want to do another replay. They take a lot of effort to edit and everything. So we're just going to do cuts for this last little bit. Alright, so I got my materials together, and we're flying over the berry bushes, and you probably noticed that there's some areas like this one here that are a little more open than others, whereas like if I look at the ones below here, it's more cramped and just kind of a walking space between all the plants, and that's more what I wanted. But in areas like this, what I wanted to do was add some like barrels of berries and stuff like that. So we're gonna do kind of what we did over by the house and just do 4 trapdoors with netherwort blocks in the middle to look like we're collecting berries. So we'll do maybe 2 of those right here. We can do another one right here. Boom, 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 ow, boom. There we go. Throw another one of those in there. Cool. Now we've got a few barrels of berries in here, and we can close up a few too by just having a stack of barrels around too. And yeah, do something like that. Oh, I forgot my lanterns, damn it. There we go, much better. Just kind of put some lights around too, that way it looks like people have actually been working in this area. And we're not going to do the tripwire hook on the front for the faucet because it wouldn't make too much sense to have already made wine over here since it's just an area for picking the berries. So we're just going to kind of put a few of these around in some of the more open spaces to start out with, I think. Running through these pathways is really fun, except for when you hit the sweet berry bushes, but it looks really cool, and I'm happy with how it turned out for sure. And already just doing that, it adds a little bit more life to this build, because you can see a little more color from the sky when you're flying by, and we're going to add some more now too in this area here. So the idea for this tier is it's going to be kind of like a bulk berry storage area as well as where the wine is made. So I'll show you what the idea is over here. So we're going to place down... Yeah, that looks like a good spot. Cool. So we're going to place our first one down here. We're going to strip these logs, and essentially what we're making is, I don't know if you guys know how wine was made, like a long time ago, but basically people would put the berries in basically a huge barrel and they would get in there and they would just step on the berries and squash them down. So that's basically what we're gonna make here, is a big berry squashing barrel that you can jump in and start squashing berries. So we'll do that. Now we need a way to get in. So I was thinking either ladders or stairs. I haven't decided yet. Let's try a bit of both. Let's just have a thing going up the side here. We'll knock out this one right here. And we'll just have a ladder going up. How does that look? I mean, it's not bad. But I do want to have two of these, so let's try the other design I had in mind on the other one. We'll put it a little staggered, let's say right here. Alright, so we have this other one built now. So the other idea was I just kind of wanted a couple stairs going up the side. Maybe we'll start it a little bit before this, because if I have... Why am I doing this without my axe? Or actually, I guess we could have it go up kind of like this. Then have a solid block. That's not a solid block. A solid block like this. I mean, that's an option. Doesn't quite look as clean as that, though. We could also do something kind of like this. Have the stairs going up the side and have a berry barrel on each side. Actually, you know what? I kind of want to raise this up one and try something out. What if we raise it up first like that? Ooh, actually, I've got a better idea. We got to move it over a bit. What if we raise our berry squashing station up like this a little bit? Then we move the other one right beside it. Kind of like that. Then I take out the two sides like so. Then what if I have a staircase going up to the two of them like this, rather than having one going up to each individual one? Oh, right. Let's try turning the stair like that. That's gonna look kind of weird. Let's see how it looks. Do something like that. That is not bad, actually. Let's actually turn these two stairs like this to get a full circle almost. Yeah, that's not bad, actually. And then we can throw a berry barrel on each side like we did before. Or at least we might be able to. The fences might get in the way of that. Actually, let's have a nozzle on each of them. I was thinking pouring into a berry barrel, but then we got this problem at the back here. Alright, time for a different solution. So we won't be able to have any color in them, but this would at least give us all of the sides, and it doesn't connect to the fence, which is a bonus. Alright, yeah, I think I like this for the berry squashing station. This looks really good. And then around this we can have a bunch of storage of some sort for the berries. So a bunch of barrels, a bunch of barrels with faucets, because we'll have a bunch of wine already made here. We can have a bunch of the barrels of berries, everything like that. There we go, that's a decent amount of storage barrels and stuff like that. I think that'll look good, actually. So let's get the path running over this way now, too, because it's just kind of running into a green area right now. So we want to have it going up to our berry squashing station, as well as we want at least a rough path running around it, too. That way we can get to all of these barrels. There we go. We'll just have this kind of running along the side here. Doesn't have to be a huge path. And I think that's pretty good, actually. Yeah, maybe just round it off a little bit here. Bring it out a bit more there. Round it off there. Yeah, perfect. Cool. I'm happy with this area for now. We are going to add more. I just got to decide what, though. Actually, you know what? Needs some foliage. Here we go. Get some grass growing around it and stuff. Keep with the theme of the rest of the place. And we don't want any flowers either, so we'll make sure we're knocking any of those out, because they don't really fit with the aesthetic, I don't think. I mean, you guys are free to disagree, but that's just my opinion. Goodbye, Poppy. There we go. That already makes it look way better. And another thing that I want to do, I'll probably do this between episodes, is I'm going to replace some of the stone brick with mossy stone brick. That way it looks a little more overgrown. And I'm also going to add some vines on it like I have on the house there. But the rest of the work on this vineyard is going to have to wait until next episode, because I didn't tell you guys this earlier, but the house is completely empty. Like, doesn't even have a floor. So next episode, we're going to focus on the interior of the vineyard, and we're also going to finish up some loose ends that I've left around the place. Also, I'll do a few of the things that I've mentioned between episodes too, like taking care of that last layer, maybe getting some mossy stone brick in here, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys all in the next episode. Later!